In our time of need, Hercules will come back.
He's gonna come back and kill me.
I mean, yeah, but
You specifically?
Me
hey,
specifically, not Theo.
hey. Picture this though. Theo dies, you get to play the cat. Finally, you get to play
That's
your
how
Warrior
that
Cats
works.
OC.
Oh god. So, hello, welcome to Show Some Initiative. My name is Julian and I'm the storyteller.
Hi, I'm James and I play Jose.
Hi, I'm Cookie and I play Patrick.
Hi, I'm Nick and I play Danny.
Hi, I'm Phil. I play Gabe.
Jonathan.
Oh, it's me.
Dawn.
Sorry, usually it's in the order of, like, the video cams, and I got really
Cameras.
confused. Hi, I'm Sean, I play Theo.
This is what happens when you move your desks in class.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tori and I play Erica.
Good, we did it again, gang.
And
We've
another
done it.
flawless opening.
Flawless.
Okay, absolutely flawless. That's because all of you are flawless.
Aww, thank
Aw.
you.
Okay, who do we want to start with? Because Danny for sure went with Bruce. Who else went with Bruce?
Patrick's gonna follow Danny and Bruce.
Danny and Patrick, I need both of you to give me a stamina and athletics to keep up with Bruce, who is just fucking booking it across the rooftops.
Okay. 4 successes.
2 successes.
Excellent. I'll say with that, Patrick, you're kind of more in tune to animals, understandably. So you're able to kind of keep up with Bruce and notice like the slightest change in the direction he's running. Like you're able to anticipate it almost. Danny, you have a bit of a harder time, but you still manage to keep up well enough. Granted, you are kind of like tailing behind the other two. For a while, you just follow Bruce the same path that, Danny, you remember Jose taking.
Mm-hmm.
However, at the point where the figure just disappeared, just evaporated, Bruce slows down and sniffs for a bit and seems very confused. So, Bruce is going to go ahead and roll, or I guess you can do it because he's your dog. We're gonna go, would that be perception and survival to try to track this?
I'd say so, yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll that for me then. Standard off at the moment.
3 successes.
With 3 successes, you notice that after a bit of sniffing, Bruce kind of perks up and jumps down off of the roof into an alleyway. I'm assuming you guys are gonna follow him?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Now, when you all land, Bruce sniffs around a little bit more before starting to go out onto the main street that you notice is relatively populated. What would you like to do about this? Are you just gonna try to keep Bruce nearby? What? Because he is a bit of a, vampire dog, ghoul dog, whatever.
A big boy.
I mean, yeah, but he's not really doing anything that's like breaking the masquerade right now. Like he's just running, right?
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I mean, it's not supernatural for, a couple guys to run after our dog, right? Like,
Fair enough.
But how fast you going?
You're able to follow Bruce down the main street for a few more blocks before he seems confused again. He kind of looks up at you and cocks his head. Do you have, the one that lets you, do either of you have the ability that lets you talk to animals?
Nick has animalism.
I have animalism,
Okay, good.
yes. I'm really surprised
So-
you don't have animalism as a gangrel.
Yeah, that's a little
planned on
weird.
it. I planned on it, and I was like, "Hey, I'll just buy these between last session and this session." But then I was like, "When am I supposed to learn that? I'm probably gonna buy it next time we can buy things." between nights, just and explain it away somehow. Like either Erika or Danny taught him how.
Okay. You know what? I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't think it would make much sense. Like, oh yeah, I just figured out how to do it. Fuck you. What? Like it's hard?
I mean, to be fair, if it's anyone that randomly got it, Patrick would make the most sense.
Yeah.
Patrick,
having a random experience with a cat in an alleyway. There you go.
Oh my god, Patrick becomes Luke from Professor Layton. He just randomly can't speak with animals now.
Exactly.
Out of nowhere. Couldn't before, unexplained.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. So
continue.
Bruce cocks his head at Danny. Goes, hey boss. This is a bit of a dead end. What do you want me to do here? I'm not catching any whiffs of anything.
Yeah, he kind of kneels
Do you
down.
want me to just like scout around?
Yeah, Danny like kneels down next to him, and he's like, "Well, come on, boy, what's the problem? Does that just end here?"
I mean, if there's anything that's not nearby, I can't catch anything. It's weird. It just went for a while and now it's gone. And he looks around. I don't see anywhere that could have gone. It's not up. It's not down. He like looks up at the tops of the buildings. Mm-hmm. He looks up at the roofs and looks down like at a sewer grate. Like you know I'm good at tracking. I can't seem to find anything here.
Yeah, Danny's gonna look around real quick at the area around and see if there's anything, like, if there's anything hidden or something that like he could have used, right? Let's like throw off the scent, maybe.
Yeah, sure. I would say perception and investigation. Can you think of anything else?
Nah, no, that makes sense.
Okay.
That's pretty decent. Oh wait, no, that was Bruce's roll. I was like, oh, that's pretty good.
5 successes.
It's more than pretty decent, actually.
Okay, with 5 successes, you are able to look around. You don't see anything that would validate Bruce not being able to pick up a scent. You don't see like, a trash can that he might have jumped into or anything. Like, the only thing you can really think of, like even celerity would leave behind a faint trail to follow. Mm-hmm. Even if they were moving super fast, they would still be there. It's almost like they just straight up vanished, disappeared.
So I can tell pretty obvious there's some spooky bullshit going on.
Yes, you don't know if it's vampire or magic or what.
Also, because it couldn't be obfuscation, right? Because that wouldn't work on Bruce.
It doesn't work on, that's very neat detail, it's very flavorful, so that doesn't work on animals or children.
Yeah. Actually, I have a question, just quick aside. If a gangrel is transformed into an animal, can they see past obfuscation, or do they still count as a kindred?
No, you're still a kindred.
Okay.
Because obfuscate affects your mind. It's about the innocence of an animal or a child not being able to be like confused by the vampiric powers.
Okay. So if the animal's a real shithead, they can get confused by obfuscation.
Exactly. Maybe who knows? if that dog's just really a dick, like maybe obfuscate works on it.
Obfuscate works on cats. Confirmed.
Yeah. So. In that case, well, because Bruce could pick up the trail before, so yeah, he'll like kind of clap Bruce on the back and go, "All right, well, look around, boy. See if you can pick up the trail anywhere around here."
He nods. Okay, getting right on that. He starts getting down to the ground and sniffing again.
And yeah, while he's doing that, Danny will turn back to Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
Wally's looking his best, but it seems like it just stops cold here. I'm thinking it might be, I don't know, some kind of discipline, jumping from place to place, because he just vanished.
Maybe something like what Tristan uses. This area, I'm assuming, is the area like not very well lit, or is it
like an alley, right?
It's an alleyway.
It is. You came out from an alleyway onto a fairly busy street, so even though there are street lights, there are good sections of the area that are pretty dark.
Yeah, I mean, if he was jumping from shower to shower, this could be something similar. I'm assuming that's not like just a him thing.
Here's a question: is the exact place where he jumped like covered in shadow? Like, does it have shadow cast over it? The exact place where Bruce like lost the scent.
I will say, looking at it, it is at the tail end, like the very edge of a streetlight, so there is potential that he went into a dark area, or they, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dan kind of like scratches his face. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, it'd be a little sombra.
What else could do this? You've dealt with more kindred than I have, so
Fuck.
I'm assuming you have a better idea.
I, as a player, know this, but I don't know if Danny knows this.
Patrick for sure doesn't. So.
Here, can I roll like intelligence? What's a cult? Just see like an off chance. I know this.
Patrick doesn't have a cult
absolutely, yeah.
at all.
I'll say it'll be a degrees of success where it's like if you roll lower, it'll be kind of vague. If it's higher, then you might be able to narrow it down a bit more. Okay, so with your one success, you're sure that there are some sort of kindred disciplines that would allow this. You can't name them off the top of your head, but you know that there are a few clans.
Yeah, he shrugs. I mean, there's definitely some disciplines that can do this. I don't think there's any need to bring anybody else into the matter, but as for what exactly, I don't know. Yeah, Tenebration's probably the best bet in this city, but I'm sure there's some thaumaturgy that could do this.
That's the Tremere stuff, right?
He nods. Yeah. There's all sorts of paths of that. I don't know a lot of it, but from what I understand, if you want something done, there's probably a Tremere out there that can do it.
Oh, okay. Well, if they just... if we could only, like, get, like, a range of how far they go... Actually, Julian, where are we? Like, so we know Emilia's address, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we plan a course from Melanie's place to Emilia's, are we, like, in that direction?
I would say you don't know exactly where you're at in the city. If you would want to do that, you'd have to give me I'd say intelligence plus... Is there any about investigation as the closest thing I could see?
Cool. I'm down to try. With my two combined dots in intelligence plus investigation.
Intelligence plus investigation?
Yep.
And yeah, just to
I
see where
will
you're at
mention
in the
this
city.
to like Patrick starts like looking at a street sign and he was like, are we like, could we possibly be like close to Emilia's place? I think we had the address. And I'm gonna roll 2 successes, hey!
Also 2 successes from me.
Okay, with 2 successes, you're able to kind of place
Nothing
where
but
you're
math.
at. You think you're maybe somewhere close to downtown-ish.
Mm-hmm.
But interestingly enough, you can't place this near Amelia's apartment.
Okay, so if we've gone like in a different direction. Well, I don't know how far they could have gone. We're nowhere near Laurel's place. But if it's a short range sort of thing, because we saw Tristan do it around the circus, which isn't that big of an area. We could try to see if there's a hideout nearby or something. Like they must be laying low somewhere.
Maybe. They're trying to get someplace. Last time, Bruce seemed to get confused and lost the scent a bit ago, but then managed to pick it up again. In an alleyway nearby. Maybe that tells us they can't go that far with whatever this is at a time.
Like they jumped down to the street and then now they've jumped somewhere else close by.
Okay, on that note, may I have another roll from Bruce? Same thing as before.
The thing is, if we're in an open space, Patrick can't even offer to help. He's gonna be like, hey, I can just be a cat and help Luke. But also, a mountain lion just running around the street is probably not a good idea.
So that's a solid 8 successes from Bruce.
Oh, holy fucking
I
shit.
love him. Way to
Yo.
go.
This
Good job,
dog.
Bruce.
Powerful dog.
Yo, someone nerf this dog. Sakurai, nerf this dog.
Member of our team.
I say
MVP,
fucking
most valuable puppy.
honestly, this that one dot retainer I took is making its money back.
Yeah, for real. So, with your 8 successes, Bruce comes back up looking very, very proud. As, hey, I found something. You're going to want to come check this out. You're going to want to come check this out.
Yeah, he like
And
leaps
so-
down. He like leaps down, like scratches his ear, or, his head. He's like, all right, good boy, take me to it, come on.
He starts to, get the zoomies where he like gets down in that play pose. If that makes sense, what is it called?
Yeah, no, I
Where
exactly.
he's like very excited.
Yeah.
Play pig. Yeah,
And-
that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, and starts running down and takes after about quite a few blocks.
So not that short range, apparently.
Oh no, longer than before, notably.
Okay.
You see him turn very sharply into an alleyway, and after going in for a few feet, you see a completely torn apart human body.
Wow.
He's like, yeah, this place is covered with that scent. I can't find anything else nearby, but they were definitely here. And he sits down and he looks very pleased with himself.
Fuck yeah. Good for him.
I
But
see.
also-
So it hasn't. Okay, so it hasn't turned to dust. It's very clearly a human body. I mean, what does this person look like, or what's left of them?
What is left of them, well, it's very difficult because a good chunk, you can see their face. It is contorted in a scream of horror, and pretty much from their neck down to their stomach has a giant gash with notably not a lot of blood coming from it. And you see their arms and legs are just kind of limp against the ground.
Okay. Yeah, so I think he looks at it and is like, damn. Guess I must have been hungry.
Yeah, what puzzles me is that gash. It's not covered in blood. That's probably post-mortem.
Yeah, if I had to guess, they probably took a hell of a sip out of him and decided that they didn't have enough time to completely drain. So they just slashed him to kill the evidence and ran.
Yeah, but if that were the case, there would be more blood around. I wouldn't made, even after you drain some of their blood, I wouldn't made pre-mortem would still bleed. There's
Yeah, well,
not a lot of
how much
here.
blood is there? Is it less blood than expected, but still blood, or is it there's barely any blood here?
There's less blood than expected. You can
okay.
tell that if this is a kindred taking a sippy, they definitely got very desperate and decided to lick the walls.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. So in that case,
someone is thirsty.
well, so in that case, they would have had time then.
It's if it helps, it's very haphazard, very quickly done.
Is there no blood around the body, or is there no blood in the wounds?
There's no blood in the wounds. There is blood around the crime scene.
Okay.
If you want to see how well it lines up or anything, that would be a different roll. But baseline, there's blood around, but the body itself has been pretty much completely drained.
I see. So yeah. So in that case, he Danny kind of shakes his head and he's like, "Wait, no, I'm thinking this backwards. They were in a rush, right? Really hungry.
Mm-hmm.
They probably gashed first and drank out of the straight wound to try to drink faster. That's why there's no blood. That's why there's blood on the walls, but not on the wound.
Okay, yeah.
Right, yeah,
That
he
makes sense.
he makes up a poking gesture, right? It says, "Rip them open like a shot beer can."
That's certainly a way to do it. wouldn't call it exactly efficient, and like gestures to the walls just fucking covered in blood.
Yeah, but they were running from us, so I bet whatever they're doing to hide from Bruce must take up a lot of blood. That's probably why they got desperate with this. Damn, poor bastard.
It's really a case of wrong place, wrong time, huh?
He just nods, kind of somberly.
Is there any other information we could get from the body? I want to do a check around the area to see if I find like anything. Like as much blood as there is on the walls, and I'm assuming if there's blood on the walls, there's some on the floor. There must be footprints or something, probably.
Fair enough. I would say that's going to be perception plus investigation.
Hell yeah.
I was like, hey, I got 3 successes, guy. No.
But I say, now you understand how fucking Danny survived in the mob. He just knew everything that was going on.
So, with Patrick's few successes compared to Danny's many,
Wow.
you do see some footprints leading from the bloody body deeper into the alley. Danny, however, you were able to piece together what it means. It looks as though the person did this quickly and then shortly after ran, and almost, it looked like they jumped, but they never landed. So, some sort of bullshit happening there.
So it looks like... So like there's like almost like a splash mark where it looks like they jumped. Like, is it their footprints just disappear, or is there like specifically evidence that they jumped?
They just disappear.
Okay, the footprints just stop. Got it.
Yeah, it's not like they stopped and jumped super high. Like Bruce noted, there's nothing, once again, above or below. So they just did whatever the fuck they did.
Okay, yeah, he like looks around. Yeah, the footprints go this far, but it kind of squats down. Then they just vanish again. No sign of a jump, no sign of nothing, just gone. And it's not like this leaving physical evidence, so this ain't hiding. This is something else.
Yeah. It must be the same thing like they did before, another of those sort of disappearing jumps. Like, you know, how they seem to like just teleport, I guess, from the roofs to the street, and then now like these.
Is there anything else Bruce can follow here? Like at this point?
Bruce has reported nothing nearby this point, even if he counts his paces the same number of times as he did from where you last left off, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Like there's nothing within the range of the last few?
Yes.
In that case, Dan like looks all around. He's like, damn, there's no way they could. And then he pauses, right? And he kind of like seems to think on it. And he looks down, right? Like underneath his feet. And he looks over at Patrick, right? And he says, he's got an idea, right? He says, first thing they teach you when you run the Nosferatu clan, always look down. People never look down.
Okay. I mean, I've looked for lost coins before, but sure.
Point is, if this person is doing something to move instantly, like teleporting or jumping or whatever, right? There'd be presumably that if there's something below us, there'd be no limitation on going straight down. Especially if it's somewhere they want to be and know where it is.
Okay.
So, if there's nothing in range up here, and I kind of stomps his foot, maybe there's something down here. If we can find a way in.
I will ask. Julian, you did mention there wasn't nothing up top or down below. Is that, or was it just nothing up top?
I did say up top or down below, but when Bruce sniffs, he understandably doesn't go into the sewers. He just kind of sniffs at the entryways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was saying like they didn't enter the entryway through like an entrance, but they could have but they could have just teleported straight down into like a basement or something, which wouldn't be detectable by Bruce.
So you're saying we may get more luck trying the sewers?
Maybe it's something more like a basement, or though fat chance finding that in Texas. Maybe a cellar.
Yeah.
Maybe a warehouse. I don't know. It'd probably be a good idea to look at the buildings nearby and see if there's anything that might, if anything, there's anything here that might have a good chance of that.
Alternatively, I could get us right below us if you need to.
Like right now?
The claws aren't just for climbing. I could probably break through concrete.
Yeah, he looks like, damn, like impressed, right? Like, wow, right? And he looks around to make sure there's no one like else like looking. And he looks back. Hi, Mr. Badger. Let's see what's below.
So yeah, I think Patrick spends the blood point to extend the claws, and he's just gonna start fucking tearing into the concrete.
So, the other four of you are in Melanie's apartment discussing what to do next after Patrick and Danny just jumped onto the rooftops and fucked right off.
Well, I have to go down to the bar and take care of this. Erica, do you mind tagging along? People find your presence comforting.
Oh, well, thank you. That's awful sweet of you to say, but I do want to come. I am worried about Isaac. I'm glad someone's looking after him, though.
Reverend Theodore, what's your plan?
I mean, is there much left for us to find here?
There's some stuff for you to get rid of.
Oh, we're cleanup duty. Thank you.
Plus, with all due respect, Theodore, I think you have the best shot of finding any extra hidden details.
Yeah. It's fair.
Also, think of all the goodies you can steal. She was a Tremere. She might have some interesting bullshit.
You have a point.
I have a point. Random strangers that jumped into the house.
Yeah, when did you get here?
You guys haven't really talked with the cat all that much.
Is the cat still here? I can't talk to the cat.
Yeah, I can't talk to the cat.
The only one that can talk to the cat is Erica, and she's sleeping.
Perhaps I should stick around and chat with our little cat friend. I don't know what the cat's name is, and I'm feeling
Yeah, you guys never asked the cat's name.
Never better chance to figure out.
I can't believe I'm saying this. Can you get the cat to come with us?
I'll do what I can. I guess it's time to persuade the cat.
Okay.
What was the story to the cat? What did we tell them to calm their worries about Melanie?
I think we just gotta tell the cat, guys.
I am so glad I am not there for this decision.
We're too far in. I'm sure tell the cat we murdered your mom. Erica's gonna sit down with the cat on the couch, please. Offer him some treats.
Oh god.
The cat will happily take them.
It sounds like you're gonna put the cat down, Tori. My God.
She's gonna put down their hopes and dreams. Their hopes of seeing his mom ever again.
I'm sorry.
Stop it!
I'm sorry.
So, the cat's just kind of nuzzling up to you eating these treats.
Oh, little lad. What was your name? We've been rushing through things. We haven't really gotten a proper chance to know each other.
Oh, Mom and Sis called me Hercules. because I'm their big, strong man. He looks very, very happy with that. He looks very proud. Granted, he's big. He's a big cat. His strength is debatable.
Much like Hercules, he's experienced great tragedy.
Well, funny you say your name's Hercules, huh? Have you heard about Greek tragedies?
Would you like to find out?
Theo, no.
Oh no. Oh Jesus, Sean.
So, Erica.
Thank you for that tangent. I'm composed now. Why, Hercules, you are a big, strong feller. And I'm gonna need you to be even stronger when I tell you this. I'm so sorry, little one, but your mum, she's not coming back. That lad over there, he's not your mum. We wanted to make you feel better, so we wanted to show you something familiar, but I'm afraid that your mum's gone and she won't be coming home.
He looks very distressed for a cat, where he starts kind of pacing around on the couch. Why'd she go? What happened? It was nothing I did. It was nothing Sis did.
No, you've been I'm sorry, this is hard.
Is it, Johnny? Is it hard breaking the news to a cat that's probably akin to, like, a child, telling them that his mom fucking died?
No, Hercules, you haven't done nothing wrong. Your mum, she got called away very suddenly for her work. And she wanted us to tell you that she loves you very, very much, and she loves your sis, but she's got to go very far away and she can't come back. But we're gonna look after you, little one. Can't fucking tell her she's dead. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh no.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Are we adopting a new cat now?
Yeah, we're getting a fucking cat, Phil. Yes. Yes, come to.
He shakes his head at that. No. Sis can take care of me. I don't know you guys. Where is she? Like, she ran off, but he starts, like, kind of panicking almost. You see, like, he gets very rigid. You guys aren't bad, right? You didn't scare her off?
Oh, only worse.
No, your sis, she had to go in a hurry. Your sis, was she the one who threw you out the window, perchance?
Yeah, but it's part of our plan in case people we don't know come in. So he starts getting very, like, backing up away from you. Like, his fur starts puffing up. So we don't know you guys, so you didn't know our mom. So you're bad? But you gave me all those treats.
How bad can we be?
Cookie.
Shut up, silence.
I'm glad someone
If
cut
that
it.
makes the edit, I will go to Peru and murder you.
I will help.
Hey, Cookie, if that makes the cut, you're dead.
Well, now it has to make the cut. I can't waste a threat like that.
Erica, you have to talk with this cat who is a little confused about if you guys are good or bad.
I can't rely on my words anymore. I don't trust myself.
Oh,
Can
no.
I roll
Do
to
we
make
need
the
to-
cat trust me?
Sure. Manipulation and animal ken.
Oh.
Now we see how good Eric is at manipulating people. Which I'm assuming is not a lot.
She's much better at mansplain.
I just like how people who took animalism just like this turning on them.
Yep. See, it seems like I was right for
I
not
know.
taking animalism.
Ignorance is
I
better.
suddenly wish I did know how.
So you wouldn't do anything with that 0?
Willpower is a thing.
Yeah, but
willpower's a thing.
I think Tori's debating.
I'm thinking of something.
Oh.
Erica's gonna walk to the window and open it. And she's gonna look at Hercules. She's gonna say, "Little one, you can't always trust the people who act kind. Not everyone is good just because they seem good. I want to tell you that we would never hurt you. You're just a good, strong boy. But your mum and sis, they're not coming back. And I don't want you to feel trapped here with us. If you need to go, then you can go. But if you stay, we'll take care of you."
Perfect. Now we can follow the cat. Great plan, Tori.
Are you keeping that 0, Tori?
I'm keeping the 0.
Okay.
Perfect time to throw my tracker on the cat.
This is not my
You don't
plan.
know if he's been chipped.
Like the cat make his own decision.
Yeah, for our benefit, we win anyway. Great plan, Tori. You're better at manipulating people than I thought. Good job.
Oh god.
With that, Erica, the cat paces around for a bit and looks up at you. How long are you going to be here for?
I will. Erica's gonna look at her compatriots, the apartment squad. How long, boys, do you think we should be sticking around here?
In the apartment? I figure we best not wait around here too much longer.
No.
I mean, we don't want any unexpected visitors after all, and we don't know who knows of this place. Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
Yeah.
Oh, well, little one, we're going to have to leave here soon. But we're not going to force you to come with us if you don't want to.
He wanders towards the door past you. I think I just need to try to find my sister. I might come back. I might try to find you. I don't know yet.
In our time of need, Hercules will come back.
Yeah, he's gonna come back and kill me.
I mean, yeah, but
You specifically?
Me
hey,
specifically, not Theo.
hey. Picture this though. Theo dies, you get to play the cat. Finally, you get to play
That's
your
how
Warrior
that
Cats
works.
OC.
Oh god. So, that Hercules is going to jump down off the balcony, lands on his feet, of course, and darts into the bushes, and you see him kind of just scamper off.
Erica's definitely standing by the balcony with a tear in her eye.
Aww.
Brave boy.
I want to make a joke, but I need Cookie's express promise that it will not make any cut of this podcast.
I promise, James.
You know, that cat's a real warrior.
Oh boy.
I made no promises and I'm helping this.
You motherfucker! Yes, you felt the vibes! You felt the vibes! Yes! It worked!
Oh my god.
Lord. Oh, blessing. I suppose.
Jose would like to fall
Sorry.
on his sword. Jose is gonna get Erica and start booking it to the bar.
Okay.
Oh, right. Oh, Dick. Let's go.
Suppose we'll see you there later.
I imagine Erika has like the full composing herself, like wipes the tear off and just like, gotta be strong.
Okay, so Jose and Erica are going to go back to the bar. What are Theo and Gabe going to be up to?
So, what have we actually like investigated in the apartment? We investigated the wall of string. Theo grabbed a laptop, right? Are there like closets and things that we haven't looked through yet?
Is there anything else left here?
I'm pretty sure you guys have looked through everything.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because the thing is, the one that was doing a sweep of the apartment was Danny. And you said like the only thing of interest he like found besides the laptop that Theo now has was the open air vent which led to the chase. So other than like in the rooms we've been, which have been the bedroom, the closet, and the living room, and I guess the kitchen, the only things we've found are the laptop and then chasing. That's it. And the string wall, you know. I think that was it.
I guess if you guys want to look through, see if you can find anything else, you're more than welcome to.
I mean, is there any like any personal like I don't know, it would be a diary probably, but
the one thing that I can think of is just like if we want to take down everything from the
wall.
The wall. I don't know if
Make your own
exactly
wall.
want to keep that up there.
Yeah.
Just take down the entire wall.
I mean, I feel like we usually just snap a photo.
I think take whatever you can, destroy what you can.
Yeah.
Because very likely the sister's not coming back. And if the police show up to an abandoned apartment with a red string wall about a bunch of vampire activity, it's going to be bad for every one of us.
Yep.
We can't leave anything behind.
Yeah.
Masquerade cleanup crew.
Yeah, I guess Gabe will start dismantling the wall of photos and notes.
Okay.
But he's gonna take a photo first, just to show how everything was assembled, just in case that becomes relevant.
Okay, and Theo?
Are we like completely like removing like signs of life up here, or are we just?
I think we're removing anything that would link Melanie to any suspicious things.
Or anything that might be useful to us.
Yeah. Anything that would lead to you or to vampire activity. So those blood bags in the fridge gotta go.
Yeah, that's where my first thought went to, is like cat food or like blood bags. So the kitchen, I guess, is where I can check.
Okay, and then I will say you're able to get everything out of note, obviously. You make it out of there with about 7 blood bags.
Free
Then
blood.
I would like, from both of you, Oh, here we go. I would say perception plus occult.
Oh.
That could be a good starting point for this.
Ob 6?
I'll say Ob 7 just because you aren't like looking for it. So just a little bit more difficult.
1 success for Gabe.
Come on, Mr. Occult. You can do this, Theo.
Cool.
Oof.
That's a 1 as well. I'll make it a 2. See if that does anything.
Make it a 2? Peachy then. Gabe, when taking down this wall, you come across... Did Theo tell you about the coded emails earlier?
I think so. Like between Melanie and...
Yeah, we talked aloud about it.
You don't know who.
Yeah.
You find not print-offs of the emails, interestingly enough, just a full other set of letters written in assumedly the same code.
Okay.
These are not on the wall, but near it in like a bookshelf, where you see things of like, you know, miscellaneous Polaroids, things that were too grainy, or notes that have been ruined. These notes are among them. They look to be in fine condition. You don't know why they're hidden.
Okay.
And then, Theo, for you, looking around, cleaning up just miscellaneous things around the apartment, you find 2 membership cards of like kind of proof of Tremere, that access to the chantry.
Okay.
So you can now take those if you want. They seem to be, you know how some people just have like a bowl of stuff, like wallet, keys,
Yeah.
change, shit like that. It's in that. Like they just took the cards and just threw them out, or not threw them out, but threw them into it.
Hmm.
So now we know
Interesting.
there's 2 trim here.
That's fun. I pocket those.
I'm trying to think of anything else that we would need to take or destroy. I mean, we're taking all of the wall, and then the laptop basically we're taking with us, and the cards, of course. Can Gabe just do another investigation, just cursory around the apartment, flip through books, look through papers, anything that looks out of the ordinary for a human, basically?
Of a human, yeah, sure. I would put this under intelligence and investigation.
So 4 successes.
Hey.
Looking through just to see, you're looking for anything related specifically to vampire activity.
Yeah, anything, or just to Gabe in general. Like if there's, like a business card for his church, you would want to take that too.
You find a list of churches in the area that most of them have been crossed off, except for the one that you work at that has been circled.
Okay, yeah, taking that.
Other than that, nothing that links back to kindred stuff. It's just like miscellaneous bills, flyers for local Chinese places, whatever.
Well, Theodore, anything else you can find before we pop it?
Got some blood bags.
Might be useful for someone, not me.
Right.
Jose will kind of approach. I'm currently lacking some sustenance, so.
You came back all
I was
this
gonna
way.
say,
Here?
wait, wasn't Jose Enrique gone?
Oh right, I forgot. Yeah. Never mind.
Listen, Jose's really
Jose will send a
thirsty.
text. Hey, if you find any blood, hit me up later.
Wow, how coincidental. What good timing our friend Jose has.
I think last thing then is Gabe's gonna look around to see if there's like a food dish for a cat and fill it up if there's nothing there. Or if it's an auto feeder, he's gonna make sure there's plenty of food in it.
Aw.
It's a bowl, so you fill it up.
Okay.
So, to Jose and Erica, who are currently on their way to the
Our
bar,
time.
anything you want to do before you stop by?
I think Jose's just right as they're leaving the apartment, like the moment the doors close and he's made sure that the halls are clear, is gonna like turn to Erica and like adjust her collar and whatnot and help her like put herself together and say, "Chin up, soldier. It's gonna be all right."
He's gonna be a brave boy, I know. And before anyone says anything, I know it wasn't very smart to let the suspicious person's cat, who probably has more information, go out the window, but I know from experience you can't force a cat to go somewhere they don't want to.
I mean, you can, it's just not going to be a fun time.
Yeah, Patrick did it.
If it were anyone else, I'd question your judgment. I trust you.
That was your first mistake.
And the last one you'll make.
I will. We've got another lad to look after. Let's go make sure Isaac's friends find him.
I'll also send a quick text to Isaac, say, "Hey, I know you're not scheduled tonight, but I need you to come in. Not about work, but it is
I need you
important."
to pull overtime. I'm sorry, my guy. No, I can't pay you. We're short-staffed tonight. Can you come in?
Very rude of you to assume that Jose would short staff
No,
his
I know
bar.
he wouldn't.
You see, Isaac sends back a message that says, "Is this the part where you kill me and hide the body? LOL."
Tell him I'm bringing muffins.
No. It would have been a house call if it was that. LOL. Erica's bringing muffins.
Somehow when Jose says it sounds very threatening.
Yeah. He just sends back, "Okay, be there in a bit." So,
I was like, I'm just gonna joke with the boss. Oh, right. Assassin.
Yeah, one fear. You meet up at the bar. Isaac just kind of looks very on guard. So, what is this about?
According to one of my friends, a couple of friends of yours showed up in town looking for you. They're waiting at the bar.
He looks very surprised at that. And he's like, here? They're here.
I like kind of nod my head through the window, and I assume they're just like sitting at the bar. Like he texted his employees to like, hey, take care of these people. They've been through a lot.
He almost pales at that. Like, oh no. Erica, did you bring muffins? Did you truly bring muffins?
Did she just keep muffins in her car or something?
It sounds like an Erica move.
Doesn't
I
sound
think
very
she took
sanitary.
Jose's car.
You could have stopped by there before, because you knew you were gonna go see Isaac. And if you had deck number 6,
Yeah.
No. She would feel bad about not bringing the muffins, but all she's got is like a tin of like ginger snaps again, because that's all she has in her
I see.
handbag.
I love the idea of Erica's handbag just sort of rattling with like little cookie tins.
He motions to Erica. Can I have some of those, please, before we do this?
Oh, sorry, the muffins didn't quite turn out, but I have some ginger snaps. They're in the shape of little bats to make you feel better about working with vampires.
Adorable.
Jose's just gonna facepalm at that, like he's working with humans. Not all of us are vampires.
Wonderful.
He just kind of shakes his head. Thank you. Thanks. Oh, he very quickly eats a few and takes a couple more, wraps them up in, like, I'm assuming you have some sort of napkin.
Oh yes, floral.
He wraps them up and puts them in his pocket. He's like, if you don't mind, I'd like to take some of these back.
Why didn't you say anything about friends the other night?
Because I didn't think they'd actually come. Fun fact, they never did this before now. He looks very exasperated. So I'll just go in and I'll talk with them and I guess we'll leave.
Hold on.
I didn't think they'd actually do it, fuck.
What town do you live in?
I'm back up north from Dallas.
Dallas. I think Jose is going to pull out like a little notepad, write down some names and phone numbers. Well, I can't keep you employed here if you're going back to Dallas, but I run some stuff out of town. And I'll hand him a card. Stay on the straight and narrow, for God's sakes. No more vampire hunting.
He nods. Yeah, I mean, I guess you showed me that there are some decent ones, so he shrugs.
Even if there weren't nice ones, it never really ends well if you're not Van Helsing.
So he goes in, followed by you two, I'm assuming. And you see the two friends just completely light up, and they hug him, and you notice they're very gently dancing around the subject as to why he's here, and are just like, do you need to pack? We need to get going home. Just, kind of trying to avoid any awkwardness. And Isaac is kind of reciprocating in kind and not really bringing up the vampire hunting. And before they leave, the two turn towards you, the two friends. And the girl's like, thank you so much for helping him out here. He's been going through a lot lately. It's been a tough few months. So just thank you. Is there anything we can do before we leave? Has he been too much of a problem? Like, we're so sorry.
Do you want the whole truth on what he did, or would you like to not know more?
The guy sighs. We should know, shouldn't we?
He and a bunch of paramilitary fucks shot up the bar. Luckily, well, unfortunately for them, they've never been to a punk bar in this part of town before and didn't realize we'd be ready to reciprocate. Isaac was the only one that made it out mostly unscathed. And I assumed that they were some group of neo-Nazi fucks and worried he might have been in a bad position and indoctrinated and all that jazz, so I thought I'd give him a fresh start. But apparently he had friends that were willing to look out for him.
When you say, like, indoctrinated into, like, a neo-Nazi cult, you see they just cringe, like, so hard. Like, it's almost impossible.
Yeah.
Where you just see, Isaac, what the fuck, man?
I mean, I imagine it's, like, gotta be some neo-Nazi nonsense. They kept yelling about vampires, and I'm not aware of that dog whistle, but I have to assume it's one.
The man kind of shakes his head. The thing is that even if it is some sort of dog whistle, there's a very good chance that Isaac thought it was literal. So we're gonna have to have a bit of a talk on the way back up.
Be cautious. People like that, they're in a difficult state of mind. I truly wish him the best, and I offered him... I have some friends up in Dallas that might get him a better job and whatnot, and just keep an eye out for him if you can.
You see the lady sighs. Thank you so much for all of this. You really don't know how much it means to know that he's safe because of, someone like you. So just a complete straight thank you. Like, honestly, things could have ended up way worse.
He kind of holds up his dog tags, but doesn't give enough detail to show they're from World War II. I've met a lot of people that could have used a second chance, and more than happy to give people some.
The woman offers you a hug. Do you accept it?
Yeah, he kind of does that, like, handshake into hug thing, like across the chest, but...
Oh, yeah. They both hug you and turn towards Isaac, and they're like, okay, we're gonna, take you home, you're gonna pack up, we're gonna go back to Dallas, let's just... Are you ready? And you see Isaac just like, yep. Bye, boss.
I just kind of give him like a little 2-finger salute and then head back into my office.
Yeah, so it's a very, very sweet but also kind of uncomfortable sight to watch the three of them walk off together. But once they do, you and Erica are, alone in your office.
I can't help but feel that I know what you did for him was right, but I feel like we could have done more for the lad. Who knows what kind of vampire drove him to do something like that?
Something tells me if it's important, it'll come up again.
My narrative
I am
sense
sure
is
the
tingling.
DM will rope it back into the story.
Hello everyone, it's me, your favorite co-editor of the show, Cookie. Thank you so much for checking us out. We're so glad to have you here with us at Show Some Initiative. We really appreciate that you decided to give us a listen, and, we're glad that you're here. If you want to support us because you enjoy this show, we'd really appreciate it if you could share it with your friends. It's honestly the best way to help us grow. to stay in the loop and know what's up with us, you can check us out at our social medias. We have a Twitter, we have an Instagram, we have a Tumblr. You can find all of those out in our link tree. That would be located at linktree/show some initiative. That's linktr.ee/show some initiative. There you can find all our links to all our social media. Also, our show is available now in Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, and Podbean, or any other podcatcher you use. We'd absolutely love it if you could leave us a comment, or a rating and a review on iTunes. That would be extremely appreciated, as it also helps us, with the algorithm, so we can be more easily found for other people. Also, this week I want to give a special shout out at the Instagram user @yellow_fungus69, nice, for making a very good meme for us on Instagram. Also, as the player behind Patrick, I have sincerely no idea what you mean when you say cat voice. Yeah.
Back to Patrick and Danny, who have recently investigated this completely torn apart, not completely torn apart, moderately torn apart. Like, there's a difference. Come on.
Quick question. Do we have to do, as a player, do we have to do anything about the body? Like, the big gash is kind of masquerade breaking on its own, right? Or should we just leave the body there? Like, the way of the kill, it seems like not superhuman, not like I think a human would kill. Like,
it would seem superhuman, actually.
Yeah. Like I meant like you know. What
I know. I'm goofing.
You know what I meant. Failure.
I'm goofing.
Not extremely human.
Detroit become human.
Oh.
So, Patrick and Danny,
yeah.
Are you going to do anything about this dead body?
Yeah. As Patrick's like about to kneel down to start digging, he was like, "Oh, hey, Mr. Ross, actually, should we do something about the body? I don't think it's a smart idea to just leave the body like that around."
Yeah, he seems to consider for a second. And you made a fucking hole in the ground, right?
I was out to start.
Yeah, so Danny just waves his hand off and says, Yeah, we'll think of something in a second.
All right, good enough for me. I'm gonna start digging.
You're using an animal form to do this?
No, claws of the
just
beast,
claws.
I think it's called. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like this is going to be
Feral claws.
definitely strength and athletics, I suppose, to dig through the. And then, what would your claws do for this? Would this lower the ob? Would this add something to your roll?
So, the thing is, the claws themselves don't have any, the only mechanically thing they say it's about climbing or, attacks. However, if you look on the next thingy about earth melt, it says the vampire, as a kindred, you can only melt with exposed earth. However, it'd be easy for a kindred with claws to rip enough flooring apart to expose the dirt underneath. So I'm assuming claws are supposed to help with digging, but there's no mechanic in place here.
Let's just say that it lowers your ob.
Okay.
Down from 6 to 4, because typically it's -2 for stuff like that, right?
Yes. It's for climbing, I get -2 to the upper.
Yeah. So, if it's climbing -2, it makes sense that digging be -2, at least to me.
Okay. Makes sense.
Dig that hole.
That's 8 successes.
Fantastic. You're digging down to the sewer? Is this my understanding?
Up to, I don't know if we're gonna hit a sewer or a basement. That's why I decided to dig.
It's Texas. You're not gonna hit a fucking basement.
Patrick doesn't know that, and I didn't know that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, well, it's all flat land, so there's no and the water level's really low.
Really quick aside, is Texas, or at least part of Texas, not in Tornado Alley? And if so, why would you not build a basement?
because it's flat land and the water level is extremely low, so the basement will flood.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because it'll sink into the ground when it rains, and it'll flood your basement immediately. Because there's no
So we're probably gonna hit a sewer then.
So you dig until you hit a sewer. How big is this hole that you're making?
I'm trying to make it big enough to fit Patrick, which means like Danny could fit in easily and Bruce as well.
Okay.
Yeah, this isn't gonna seem supernatural. A body is found next to a big hole into the sewers.
Mole people.
Mole people.
Oh.
Meeple.
So, you dig this hole into the sewer, and it's a lot of bad sense coming up. So, now what? And how are you gonna fix it? Fuck.
We got down here, that's what matters. So yeah, I think Patrick's like starts digging until he feels like the floor starts cracking under his feet, and then just like stomps down and just like falls into the sewer below.
I was gonna say Danny's gonna pull you back if you try to just fall in. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulls you back so you don't like fall in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he looks in and he says, "Well, in case they're waiting for us, now we know what to use it for." And yeah, he's gonna pick up the body and throw it in the hole first.
Okay. And now what?
Well, he's checking to see if anything's gonna react to a body falling into the roof.
After the body falls, you hear a splash, some settling and some scurrying of creatures. Nothing else.
Alright, looks empty. Should we go check if Bruce can catch the scent down there?
Hell yeah.
Alright.
And yeah, he picks up, Bruce, like holds him across his chest and hops down.
Aww. Okay, may I have another tracking roll from Bruce?
Hell yeah, you can.
Ob is going to be 7 because of the sewer stuff.
The sewer stank, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sewer stank. F and
Sad.
F.
So how, for our listeners, what's the total?
I can't spend willpower on behalf of Bruce, right?
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Sad. So 0 successes, straight failure.
Yeah, you bring Bruce down, and he tries to sniff around for a bit before he comes back. Like, it's been way too long since I've been inside a sewer, so I can't really differentiate all these different scents going on here. No good ones. I'll tell you that much. You know that a dog's sense of smell is way better than a human's? Can we go?
Yeah, he just kind of sighs, like, damn, right?
Nothing on his radar.
Shakes his head. But we did find out something valuable. They thought it worthwhile to escape into the sewer, which means there's a good chance that they know something about it.
I was also gonna say, now that we're away from prying eyes, I could probably give Bruce a hand in tracking.
He shrugs. Think you can try? Go ahead.
I'm gonna spend another blood point and morph into cat trick.
Yay!
Local sewer maintenance man is surprised by a New Yorker, a dog, and a mountain lion in the Houston sewers.
Oh boy.
What do I roll, Julian?
This is going to be, what did I have it for Bruce? Perception and survival? Pretty sure I did that.
Okay.
So, yeah, perception and survival. Ob 7.
Okay, as I'm in my cat form, all perception rolls are lowered by 2, so...
Okay. So it's 5 now.
That is 4 successes.
With 4 successes, you are able to sniff around. You manage to, of course, Danny offers you the cloak so you know what you're looking for. Mm-hmm. After sniffing around, you can't find anything.
Nothing down here.
Nothing down here.
I just look up at... Wait, would animalism help Nick and I communicate? Well, I mean, cat form?
I assume
Yes.
so, yeah.
Yes, for sure. Because it's
Incredible.
not like you
Hell yeah.
can make human noises with your cat mouth.
No, I think Patrick just smells around, tries like for a while. He like, I think you see him like pace up and down the sewer for a bit, and then he just returns, sits down like as cats do, and goes like, "Nah, there's nothing down here." Yeah.
Bruh. Yeah. So he just like nods. Damn. Well, it was worth a shot. Anyway, we'd probably get back together to tell him what we found.
Yeah. So yeah, like if there's truly nothing down here, I'm gonna wait for. I'm gonna say, hey, actually, I wanna maybe give it another try, dragging upstairs. So if you could go up and make sure there's no one there.
Yeah, he like, I bet he like looks up and like sighs, picks up Bruce, and then fucking super jumps onto the street level.
Amazing.
Is the alleyway empty?
Can I get a perception and alertness from Danny?
You sure can. 4 successes.
Looking around, you can't see anyone. Granted, it is getting pretty early/late into like the 4 a.m.-ish time.
So we probably need to get back soon anyway.
Yeah. So if Johnny calls down that there's no one there, Patrick will jump out of the hole like Danny did, and I'm gonna give another try at just sniffing around to see if I find anything.
Yeah, sure. Give me another one. This one, the op is going to be 6, so with
Okay.
your -2, it'll be 4.
Hell yeah. That is 6 successes.
With your 6 successes, you were able to verify what Bruce found of, even with the spacing from where you guys were to the dead body, there's no scent in any nearby direction that matches that unit of distance.
Alright. Okay, yeah, Patrick will transform back and shake his head and be like, no, there is absolutely nothing around. We did hit a dead end. Fuck. And he's gonna like kick some rubble into the hole.
Well, no use crying about it now. We just gotta work with the info we got.
Yeah. Let's go. It's getting pretty early.
Okay, so you guys are going to text and meet back up?
Yeah. I'll send a text to everyone like we hit a dead end, we're coming back. Where do we meet?
Jose's gonna text the last resort.
We're heading that way then.
Okay. You all meet up at the last resort. Driving, walking, what have you.
I imagine Danny and Patrick smell like shit
I'd say, yeah.
after jumping in a sewer.
Coming from the literal sewers, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
You were in the sewers.
Yeah.
Man, that is the second time in this in-game day that Danny was in the sewers.
True.
I mean, yeah, Danny is basically an adoptive Nosferatu, so like spends a lot of time in the sewer.
It's meaningful to him. He needs that sewer time to refresh.
Exactly.
His natural habitat.
Sewer,
It's
sweet
like-
sewer.
In order to stay in the Nosferatu, they're like, okay, but on one condition. At least once a night you have to go down to the sewers.
I mean, basically, honestly.
It's like calling your mom.
He probably spent like his entire time as like a neonate, right? Like his first year as a vampire, basically in the sewer.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's basically what, because he was probably getting taught by all the Nosferatu down there, right?
True.
Like how to do Nosferatu shit, right? So like, that's probably, he probably didn't see fucking, like the surface again until like, after at least the year of being a vampire.
Oh man, just the experience of living in the sewer for a year and then leaving to open air.
I mean,
Can't
he's
even
a New
imagine what that would do to
Yorker.
your
I'm
nose.
assuming it's pretty much the same inside or outside the sewer there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, probably feels at home. It's just like the subway.
Okay, so you guys meet up at the last resort. It's quiet, as Jose has sent everyone home at this point. What would you like to talk about?
Is this everyone or just the non?
This is everyone. Everyone's back
okay.
together now.
Did you get them?
Yeah, shakes his head.
We got into the sewers.
I can tell.
Yeah, well, that was as far as it went. From what I could tell, they had some kind of ability to disappear, move from place to place. We found the trail a couple of different times, but once we hit the sewer, it just stopped. Couldn't track any farther.
Eric is holding a scented handkerchief to her mouth.
Apparently, whatever they were doing cost a lot of blood. We found a body on the way. They apparently had to refill before continuing, and they did so in a hurry.
It was bad. Tore the poor fucker open and drank like an animal. And just, what's worse is he just left him in the alleyway there.
My God, what'd you do with the body?
We had to cover it up, throw him in the sewer. Yeah, like pauses for a second. He's, sure he'll be in the ocean by now. Hope you liked the Viking, hope you wanted a Viking funeral.
I think that might be a few steps removed, but
Yeah, I believe the Vikings were a fair bit more hygienic than what that poor bastard got.
sort of like the difference between a coffin and a shoebox, but anyway.
Well, there was not much to be done at that point. And we don't want to leave a body that looked like it was mauled by a wild animal, sucked dry of blood in the middle of the street. How about you guys? Did anyone get anything on the investigation of the apartment?
I got some
Well,
blood.
we tried to... Yeah.
Speaking of which,
That-
did you get my text?
Oh yeah, the blood one. That was very well timed. I'm impressed. I don't know how you did that. It's a little bit scary, actually. But here you go. He tosses it over.
All 7 blood bags at once.
Yeah, I could use a bag as well.
Yeah, he tosses every bag over.
Yeah, I'll slide some over to Patrick and be like, really? Something about me? Kinda scary. I can't imagine why that would be.
Other than the blood, there's still the laptop. Whoa. Try that again. I don't know what happened to the exit there. Other than the blood, there's still the laptop. Theo, do you think there's more that you can scrape out of that thing, or is it kind of time to cook it and dump it now?
Remind me, Julian, because I remember it was behind it was stuck behind some logistical security that I went through, but I don't remember if there was further than that.
As far as you can tell, yes, there was some security on it, passwords and shit. So that's something you could easily take home and try to crack.
Yeah, there's a little more, but I can probably get past that.
Well, getting any information up of that would be great.
Besides that, I did find these papers, which are in code. Not quite sure what they're all about, but
Can I?
certainly. Take a look.
I
I think
think
there were a
you
few
see.
photographs in there, too.
I don't need them. Jose is going to just very quickly shuffle through them, and because he has the photographic memory feat, he just commits them to memory.
Okay.
And he's going to spend some time it's probably tomorrow, just trying to run it through every cipher he knows or can get his hands on from cipher books.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yeah, at that point he's going to take them and take out. Oh no, I can't take out a lighter. That'd be a bad idea.
Yeah.
That would indeed be a very, very bad idea with this company.
Yeah.
I think he puts him in a pile to like put in a office shredder he has in back.
I definitely didn't forget the vampires can't do fire.
Yeah, totally.
I was like, is it because they're covered in sewer gas?
Yeah, I was trying to think that too for a sec. Okay. Sean, is Theo intentionally not mentioning the Tremere cards?
What? No. What?
Okay. just wanted to see if you remembered and were not saying
Decided to keep it to
intentionally.
you, yeah. It might actually, as Danny mentioned, they did some sort of discipline to move around. We thought it might be something similar to either what Tristan does or there's something else, but we're not 100% sure. Is there anyone that has any idea what it could be? Allowed instant transportation between spaces.
Like you said, the Tristan thing, but that requires an incredibly high level of generation and training. There are many Tremere disciplines that can do similar things, and there are some. And there's another thing that I'm not allowed to talk about, but I can look into it myself.
No, I don't know about this secret keeping, Mr. Romance, after what has transpired in the last couple of days. Is it strictly impossible for you to tell us what's going on?
Not without turning my back on every friend I've made in the Asimite organization, no.
Yeah, Danny nods. It's clan secrets. You can't ask any kindred to divulge that. Not fairly, anyway.
That makes sense. Patrick just leans back.
Hi, doctor-patient confidentiality, that kind of thing.
Well, with the apartment out of the way, what's our next step? I know we suggested earlier that we might try kidnapping this acquaintance of Amelia Laurel's. Do you go ahead with that? Do we need more preparation for that?
I still
We
don't know
need
that we
to-
have enough information about any of this. What have we learned tonight except confirmation that yes, there's more people working for Laurel, and one of them can teleport. That's all the information. That's solid information we have.
Well, hell, we don't even know if the other one's working with Laurel. I mean, she didn't go anywhere near her. She might have just been somebody. She might have just been a friend or co-worker of Melanie's.
Fuck, that's right. So we know even less then.
Although I will say, even if we do get more information, I said it before and I'll say it again, I'm not on board with the kidnapping plan.
It does seem to be introducing another.
He's just some guy. Ghouls are almost always just being used.
That tracks. I would trust you'd know that more than me, so.
Yeah, he like shakes his head. I don't really like ghouls. Not human ones anyway. Animals, it's fine. They're loyalty anyway. But humans, it's not. You're manipulating someone who has no way to do it back to you. And that just doesn't sit right with me. A blood bond, that's two ways, but a ghouling, that's...
Well, we can't cut this Gordian knot until we find it.
True, regardless. So I guess, well, actually, let's see. So we know where Laurel is. We have her
Yes.
address.
Mm-hmm.
So what, scouting at Laurel's then?
Seems like the best plan. We want to make sure we don't go too far in, though. I think we might have to make a few trips over there.
I do think we should have a plan of entry, and I mean, just a plan of what are we gonna do there? Tonight wasn't specifically either organized or I would say very successful.
Yeah, nods. I'll hope we can get some more done next night. But we learned some things. We learned that they probably know the sewers based on where they went. That they can jump somehow from place to place using a discipline. We know that they're somehow related to Melanie, considering they lived there together.
Mm-hmm.
These are all things we can use to investigate. And time's on our side on the Amelia front, since we know where she lives.
Yeah.
But time might not be on our side depending on how quick Tabitha chooses the next sheriff.
Anything we could do to delay that?
Easily? No.
I'm gonna run for sheriff.
Well, you got my vote already.
Not how that works.
A for effort.
Danny points at fucking Jose, like, yep. And when he says that,
The two ways we could slow it
It
down.
was worth a shot.
Well, I was more speaking about it's not an elected official, it's
Yeah.
a cabinet
appointment.
position. But also, no one's gonna trust a new face that's not innately Camarilla that easily. That being said, if we find out who else is running,
I'd be able to get something on him.
right now our biggest problem is our biggest weapon to defeat Amelia is a card we can't play without killing the Reverend.
What about the emails? My existence, you're saying.
Your existence.
That's
Well, your existence says more like the real circumstances of your creation. Yeah.
Yeah.
either way, that's not a path I want to tread.
Yeah.
No, I don't think any of us want.
Yeah, I could understand wanting to live your own life a little longer. But could blame you.
I know a good plastic surgeon.
That's not how that works, Doctor.